Hello everyone, it's me again, Teacher Glory, and I'm teaching English Reading for Grade 12. And our topic for this video is Passage 2. I hope you will learn something from this and have fun! For this video, we have the following objectives. Number 1, you will be able to comprehend the main idea and the supporting details from the paragraph. Number 2, you will be able to understand the definition of each unknown word. In episode 1, you have learned the function of the main idea and the supporting details from a text. This time, we will do the same. However, we will use a different passage and learn more from it. Are you ready? We shall now begin. This paragraph, you can see 3 highlighted words. Before we give meaning to these words, let me play the audio first. You should listen and read together with it.
The Alaska Pipeline starts at the frozen edge of the Arctic Ocean. It stretches southward across the largest and northernmost state in the United States, ending at a remote ice-free seaport village nearly 800 miles from where it begins. It is massive in size and extremely complicated to operate.
Let's now find out the meaning of these highlighted words. The first word, stretch, meaning to spread over a large area or distance. The second word, remote, meaning far away in distance. The third word is massive, meaning very large in size, amount, or number. Please do take note of these words. Same with the previous, you can see highlighted words from this paragraph. And again, before we give the meaning of each word, I will play the audio first.
The steel pipe crosses windswept plains and endless miles of delicate tundra that tops the frozen ground. It weaves through crooked canyons, climbs sheer mountains, plunges over rocky crags, makes its way through thick forests, and passes over or under hundreds of rivers' streams. The pipe is 4 feet in diameter, and up to 2 million barrels, or 84 million gallons, of crude oil can be pumped through it daily.
Let's now define each highlighted word. Windswept, meaning of places open to and not protected from strong winds. Next word, delicate, meaning a situation or matter that needs to be dealt with carefully to avoid trouble. And again, take note of these words. Next word is tundra, meaning part of the very large area of land where, because it is cold, trees do not grow and ground below the surface is permanently frozen. The next word is plunge, meaning to cause someone or something to move or fall suddenly and often a long way forward, down, or into something. Next word is crude, meaning oil from the ground that has not yet been made into other products. In this paragraph, you can see 6 highlighted words that we will define later on. But first, listen to the audio that will be played and read together with it.
Resting on H-shaped steel racks called bents, long sections of the pipeline follow a zigzag course high above the frozen earth. Other long sections drop out of sight beneath spongy or rocky and return to the surface later on. The pattern of the pipeline's up and down route is determined by the often harsh demands of the Arctic and subarctic climate, the tortuous lay of the land, and the varied compositions of soil, rock, or permafrost, permanently frozen ground. A little more than half of the pipeline is elevated above the ground. The remainder is buried anywhere from 3 to 12 feet, depending largely upon the type of terrain and the properties of the soil.
Reminder, you can pause the video if you want to copy the meaning of each word. The first word is tortuous, meaning with many turns and changes of direction, not direct or simple. Next word is composition, meaning the parts, substances, etc. that something is made of. Another word, permafrost. The close open parenthesis that you can see after this word is its meaning, which is permanently frozen ground. When you say permanently, it means always and forever. Next word, elevated, meaning raised. The word terrain, meaning an area of land, especially when considering its natural features. The last word for this paragraph is property, meaning a quality in a substance or material, especially one that means that it can be used in a particular way. Let's move to the next paragraph. I will now play the audio for this paragraph. Listen and read together with it.
One of the largest in the world, the pipeline cost approximately 8 billion and is by far the biggest and most expensive construction project ever undertaken by private industry. In fact, no single could raise that much money, so 8 major oil companies formed a consortium in order to share the costs. Each company oil rights to particular shares of land in the oil fields and into the pipeline construction fund according to the size of its holdings.
In this paragraph, 3 highlighted words can be seen. First, undertake, meaning to take responsibility for and begin doing something. The second word, consortium, meaning an organization of several businesses or banks joining together as a group for a shared purpose. Third word is holding, meaning something that you own, such as shares in a company or buildings. Please take note of these words. We are now on the last paragraph of the passage, and the audio will start in 3, 2, 1, play.
Today, despite enormous problems of climate, supply shortages, equipment breakdowns, labor disagreements, treacherous terrain, a certain amount of mismanagement, and even theft, the Alaska pipeline has been completed and is operating.
We will now give meaning to these highlighted words. First word, enormous, meaning extremely large. Next word, shortage, meaning lack of something needed. Next word is breakdown, meaning a mechanical failure or a failure in a system. The last highlighted word is treacherous, meaning it is extremely dangerous, especially because of bad weather conditions. Let's have a vocabulary review from the highlighted words. In this part, you have to pause the video to read and review on your own the meaning of each word from the passage. Are you ready? Okay, let's start. The words are remote, tortuous, massive, windswept, stretch, plunge, and delicate. Read on your own the meaning of these words. The next set of words are composition, consortium, undertake, treacherous, tundra, and enormous. Please read on your own the meaning of each word. The last words from the passage: breakdown, permafrost, permanently, property, crude, terrain, shortage, and holding. Please read on your own the meaning of each word. We are now on the question part. If you need more time in answering the questions, you can pause the video. Okay, let's now proceed. The first question. The passage primarily discusses the pipeline's blank. The choices are letter A, operating costs, letter B, employees, letter C, consumers, and letter D, constructions. If you need more time in answering, you can pause the video. Okay, if your answer is letter D, constructions, then you are absolutely correct. Let's move to the next question. The next question: what is the main idea of the passage? Okay, you can find the main idea of the passage in paragraph 1. Excellent. Which is? The Alaska pipeline starts at the frozen edge of the Arctic Ocean. If that is your answer, then again, you're absolutely correct. Now, the picture on the right states that it stretches southward across the largest and northernmost state in the United States. Okay, moving on to the next question. Which among the four paragraphs does the author provide a term for an earth covering that always remains frozen? Okay, you can find it in paragraph 4, which is permafrost. That is the term for an earth covering that always remains frozen. Okay, next question. What do you think are the supporting details from the passage? Reminder, you can find the supporting details in each paragraph. Let's start with paragraph 1. What do you think is the supporting detail here? Yes, there is only one supporting detail here. You can pause the video so that you can think of your answer. Okay, the supporting detail here is it stretches southward across the largest and northernmost state in the United States. If you have the same answer, then great job! How about this paragraph? In this paragraph, you can find two supporting details here. You can pause the video to find your answers. Okay, the two supporting details from this paragraph are: the first one, the steel pipe crosses windswept plains and endless miles of delicate tundra that tops the frozen ground. The second supporting detail is: the pipe is 4 feet in diameter and up to 2 million barrels or 84 million gallons of crude oil can be pumped through it daily. If you got these two as your answers, then very good. In paragraph 3, you can also find two supporting details here. You can pause the video again to identify these two. Now, let's check your answers. The first supporting detail is: resting on H-shaped steel rocks called vents, long sections of the pipeline follow a zigzag course high above the frozen earth. The second supporting detail is: a little more than half of the pipeline is elevated above the ground. Did you have these two as your answers? Then, excellent! In paragraph 4, you can only find one supporting detail here. You can pause the video to find the supporting detail. Okay, the supporting detail from this paragraph is: one of the largest in the world, the pipeline costs approximately $8 billion and is by far the biggest and most expensive construction project ever undertaken by private industry. Did you get that? Okay, very good. The next question, the author mentions all of the following as important in determining the pipeline's route except the blank. The choices are: letter A, climate; letter B, lay of the land itself; letter C, local vegetation; and letter D, kinds of soil and rock. You can pause the video for your answer. Okay, if your answer is letter C, local vegetation, then you are absolutely correct. Just always remember that when reading, you will come across many complex texts which are important ideas, events, and themes. This is why comprehension strategies are very essential. One way is through identifying the main idea of the texts And next would be the supporting details that supports and explains the main idea of the text, which you just did. I hope to see you soon in our next episode. Goodbye!